Hey everybody, I'm Nick Baumgartner here alongside Brendan Quinn at the Chrysler Center, Michigan. Rough loss today, 80-67 was the final score against Indiana, but I believe they were down, 27? Yeah. 27 points with about 7 minutes to go. So Michigan blown out on its home floor, 25-0 run by Indiana in the first half. Not a good day for the Wolverines.
No, it wasn't. And John Beilein gave all the credit, or I'll say the lion's share of the credit to Indiana playing really well, and they did. I mean, they were really good. It takes quite a unique situation for a team to rattle off 25 unanswered points to close a half. But Michigan has to be better than that. Michigan has to have an answer. You can't on your home court in February, when you are a battle-tested team, let that happen to you. You got to find a way to manufacture a basket. You got to stop the bleeding. Guys got to make shots. They missed a lot of shots that normally would fall. Beilein indicated that it was just kind of one of those goofy nights. They started off by missing free throws. There was just a lot of bad omens early, and then it all just kind of imploded all at once in a 9-minute stretch that, since I've been here, I've not seen anyone play like that against this team.
The concerning thing, I think, maybe more than anything for Michigan, was that Indiana came out and said, we'll play at your pace, we'll play fast.
Well, yeah, I mean, Indiana
can do all those things, and we'll do it better than you, and embarrass you doing it, because when it really started cooking for Indiana, Michigan's trying to come back and trying to get these quick shots and trying to get back into it the way they can. They're not making anything. I mean, they were panicking at the end of the first half. They looked rudderless. I mean, that's about as bad as they've looked, maybe since that SMU game, I would say.
Yeah, Indiana the faster you want to play, the more it is in their favor. They have better athletes, they have better scorers, and they have Yogi Ferrell, who is one of the fastest, best players in the country. So if you get into that match, they'll chew you up all day, and that is exactly what happened here. If anything, Michigan needed to bring it down a little bit and slow it up, run some offense, find better looks. There were plenty of times where the extra pass wasn't made, and that's a sign of, like Zach Irvin said and Duncan Robinson said, panic started to set in there for a little bit, and that's when you see it start to kind of break up. Because when Indiana made that initial push, Michigan was up 11.
Yep.
So when Indiana went on a 15-0 run or whatever in the middle of that, Michigan was still only down a couple baskets. They just needed to put together a couple good possessions, tie the game up, and kind of get into a back and forth going into halftime, make it a game. Instead, it was just a meltdown on both ends of the floor. Bad choices on offense, bad turnovers, some bad shot selection, and flat-footed defense all over the court. And if I were John Beilein, that would be my biggest concern out of today was, when the shots aren't falling and things are going awry on offense, you at least need to put your feet in the ground and play defense.
Just let it go.
And body some guys up and kind of represent yourself. And that didn't happen. I kind of thought Michigan was a little bit further along than this when it comes to, losing to Indiana, not the end of the world. The Big Ten's brutal and Indiana's really, really good. Losing like that, that's not good.
Not good for anyone. Yeah. No Levert, Caris LeVert out again today. This was the one I think a lot of people maybe circled and said you'd expect him to maybe be back, I guess. But are we approaching, if he doesn't play on Saturday against Michigan State, are you approaching the possibility of we have seen the last of Caris LeVert?
I don't know. I don't know if
because we don't know the severity of his injury. But I mean, is that a conversation at this point?
After Michigan State?
Yeah, if he doesn't play on Saturday.
After Michigan State, I think, John Beilein has to be asked that question again.
Yeah.
He has been asked it, and he has said that Caris LeVert will return this year. If Caris does not play on Saturday versus Michigan State in a game they need to have, that's a fair question for John Beilein. I have no idea what he's going to do. We still haven't seen him in a boot. He's still walking around. He's apparently practicing more and more. But, like John Beilein said today, they need him.
Yeah.
But they can't just because of that, they can't say, all right, well, you have to play today. Because if he's not ready, he's not ready. And that's irresponsible, both in terms of putting a player who could injure himself back out there and his future. So, you'd like to think that they're doing what's best in all cases. So I still think that's the case until I can see or know otherwise. But Saturday's a big day. Saturday's a big day for this basketball program.
Michigan's got to have it Saturday. I don't know any other way to say it. Got to have it.
Need it a lot.
Is it a must-win?
I don't.
Big game. Got to have a game. Got to have it. They got to have it. They got to have it. I think they got to win the game. It's big for the rest of the season. Big for Big Ten play.
It's a big.
I don't think you call it a must-win, but I think it's a really, really big game. So
there you go.
We will be back here on Saturday after all the signing day stuff has stopped, and we'll just talk about basketball on Saturday. So
let's keep it to basketball.
That'll be it. We'll be back though tomorrow. Obviously, the two of us with signing day stuff. So follow that along throughout Wednesday, and then we'll be back Saturday for more Michigan basketball. Michigan State comes in here 2:30.
2:30?
2 o'clock, afternoon on CBS on Saturday. So until then, for Brendan, I'm Nick. We'll talk to you later.